Okay, we're coming up to the 200 mark. So really this next set of questions are really looking at this idea of the Pareto Principle. So let's just kind of come back a little. So what they're trying to do here is they're trying to investigate or find the causes of these variances. That's what's happening here. And there's a general principle that if you're trying to investigate the causes of variances, that because we're talking about cause, the Pareto Principle states that 80% of problems or failures can be explained by 20% of the possible defects. So if we can hone in and deal with those defects, we will actually help ourselves a lot. And a Pareto diagram indicates how frequently, if you like, how frequently each type of problem occurs. And by doing this, by identifying the most likely cause, if you like, we can then start to sort of see what's actually happening. And so we see this diagram here that is drawn for us, and this is called, if you like, a cause and effect, or a fishbone diagram, where we have causes, if you like, and then you can see the causes, and they're categorized the different types of problems and how or what's causing this problem. So it's very much about cause and effect. Cause and effect may lead to proposed solutions, if you like, and we can start to find some way out. Something else I want to show you very quickly is this idea of controlling costs, or controlling or setting benchmarks so that we're aware, so we can react, and setting almost like materiality, or if you like, tolerance levels, to ensure that we don't end up with badly produced or poorly designed goods. And it's over here. So this is referred to as see the heading over there, statistical control charts that accountants use. Control chart is a graph of a series of successive observations. So you're observing at regular intervals and plotting, and just trying to make sure that you set boundaries so that you can see a warning limit, see warning limits, and know when to take action. Right. Okay, great. So let's go to the question. Let's go to the questions here. So with control charts, yes. So here we are. So what are we saying here? The question is which one is correct. So the cause of the most frequently occurring failures are drawn on a cause and effect diagram. Well, that's true. That's true, because that's what you're doing, right? We've just read it. A cause and effect diagram is a graph of series of successive observations. No, this was the statistical control chart, so not this one. Variances that exceed the expected level may serve as inputs. No, so it's the actual. So I want to highlight this point here. So this is not correct. This is not correct. It is the actual cause that goes into this chart. So variances that exceed may not serve as inputs. And we're trying to investigate these variances. So it's the actual cause that we're interested in. And they are an appropriate way of analyzing problems. So the answer is not B. So we see B again, but I'm going to do 198 first. So this asks us, how do you plot this thing where we have upper limits and lower limits and a central line? And this is what I was saying earlier on. We talked about this as being control charts. That was 198. Well, with 199, we sort of see almost a repetition of 197. So it says variances that exceed the expected levels may be inputs to the Pareto. Well, this is false. It is not true. Pareto diagrams. So this is false. The Pareto Principle states that approximately 80%. Yes, so this is false. Yes, as I was saying earlier on, this is false. The Pareto Principle states that approximately 80% of defects can be explained by 20% of possible causes, and we said that is true. They indicate how frequently each type of problem occurs. That is true. And they are also called fishbone diagrams. I mean, the whole cause and effect Pareto diagram, fishbone, yes, that is true. Now, the answer actually says B, but I have a small problem with that because I just proven that A is wrong. We see it in 197. We know it's wrong. Right, because we see it's not the right answer. So which of these is false? Yes, because here we were trying to find out which of these is correct. So this was correct. 197 is D. 197 is D. So if 197 is D, all these are false. And this question asks that very question, which of these is false? So therefore, this is false. I mean, it is a fishbone diagram, so I think 199 is wrong. The answer should be A, as being false. And finally, it asks you to just map out what's happening here. What are the x's? So the x's are the causes, if you like, and the y are the categories. So the y are the categories, if you like, and the x's, these are all the categories, and all the x's are the causes. So y categories and x the reasons for the defect, and that is question 200, which gives you A. Yes. So great. So that brings us to the end of that chapter, and then we move into the next set of videos. See you in the next set of videos.